In the vast, star-strewn expanse of the galaxy, where the United Galactic Federation, UGF, held sway over 1,000 worlds, humanity was still a newcomer, a scrappy, unpredictable species that had clawed its way into the stars through sheer grit and ingenuity. The UGF's council chambers, a gleaming orb of crystal and alloy orbiting the neutral world of Elara Prime, were no place for the faint of heart. Today, they buzz with tension as Ambassador Lyra Voss of the Krell Empire, a race of towering, insectoid warriors known for their unyielding loyalty and brutal efficiency, demanded justice. The accused human, Captain Elara Kane, stood chained in the center of the chamber, her flight suit torn and bloody from the skirmish that had led her here. Her dark hair was matted, but her blue eyes burned with defiance. Flanking her were the UGF's elite enforcers, a squad of hulking Vorrak brutes, each one a bioengineered monster bred for one purpose: destruction. The Vorrak were the Federation's ultimate weapon, towering beasts with hides like armor plating, claws that could rend starship hulls, and instincts honed to obey without question. They were unleashed only in trials like this, where guilt meant a swift, public end. You humans think you can defy the laws of the stars. Ambassador Voss hissed, her mandibles clicking in rage. The incident replayed on a holographic display. Elara's ship, the Stellar Vanguard, had accidentally violated Krell space during a border patrol, destroying a mining outpost in what the Krell call an act of sabotage. This female will face the judgment of the Vorrak. Unleash the beast. The council, a mix of avian diplomats and silicon-based elders, nodded solemnly. Human representatives protested, but their voices were drowned out. Elara was shoved forward into the execution pit, a reinforced arena below the chamber floor. The lead Vorrak, a massive creature named Grimgor, was released from its containment, standing 12 feet tall, with rippling muscles on her scales that shifted like oil on water. Grimgor let out a roar that shook the crystal walls. Its eyes, glowing red with programmed fury, locked onto Elara. The order was given by a neural implant. Rip her apart. 15 seconds. That's all it took. The chamber watched in stunned silence as Grimgor charged, its claws extended, jaws unhinging to reveal rows of serrated teeth. Elara didn't run. She couldn't, chained as she was. But as the monster barreled toward her, something shifted. Grimgor halted mere inches away, its massive head tilting in confusion. The roar died in its throat, replaced by a low, rumbling whine. Slowly, almost hesitantly, the beast lowered its head and nuzzled her. Elara, breathing heavily, reached out a trembling hand and scratched under Grimgor's chin. The Vorrak's tail thumped against the arena floor like an oversized puppy's, and it sat beside her, leaning its bulk against her side as if seeking comfort. The chains clinked as she adjusted, but there was no fear in her eyes, only a soft smile. The chamber erupted. Ambassador Voss screeched, "What sorcery is this?" The Vorrak never disobeys. But it wasn't sorcery. It was something far more profoundly human, empathy. As the medics rushed in to skin Grimgor, the truth emerged. During the border skirmish, Elara hadn't destroyed the outpost out of malice. Her ship had been damaged by Krell fire, and in the chaos, she detected life signs. Trapped Krell miners buried under rubble. With her engines failing, she'd used the last of her torpedoes to blast open an escape route, saving dozens of lives. But the Krell, in their rigid hierarchy, saw only the violation and the destruction. Grimgor, however, wasn't just a mindless killer. The Vorrak were bioengineered from ancient Earth stock, genetically modified wolves crossed with apex predators, enhanced for space warfare. Deep in their DNA, buried under layers of conditioning, was that primal canine loyalty. And Elara, she had a secret. Back on Earth, before joining the fleet, she'd been a xenobiologist specializing in alien canine bonds. She'd trained with Vorrak prototypes during a joint UGF program, learning their subtle cues, their need for pack affirmation amid the brutality of their creation. When Grimgor charged, Elara hadn't flinched. She locked eyes with it and whispered a single ancient command from Earth's old world. "Good boy." In that moment, the neural implant's override clashed with the beast's instincts. The Vorrak saw not a threat, but an alpha, a human who understood its pain, its isolation in a galaxy that treated it as a tool. 15 seconds later, the monster was hers. The council chambers fell silent as the scans confirmed it. Grimgor's loyalty had shifted. Ambassador Voss's mandibles drooped in defeat. Impossible? Humans tame our weapons. Elara stood, unchained now, with Grimgor at her side like a loyal hound. Not tame, she said, her voice steady. We connect. You built killers, but forgot they have hearts. Humanity, fuck yeah, we don't just fight, we heal. The UGF Council, chastened, exonerated her on the spot. The Krell miners' testimonies flooded in, vindicating her actions. Grimgor became her permanent companion, a symbol of the unbreakable human spirit. And across the stars, whispers spread, beware the humans. They don't just conquer worlds, they win hearts, even the monstrous ones. In the end, it wasn't the claws or the roar that changed everything. It was 15 seconds of understanding.